performed are benign.
I'm glad everything was okay.
As with any medical procedure, the use of the mammotome may present risk. Consult with your doctor to see if mammotome is right for you.
Right now, it's your local forecast on the Weather Channel.
This edition of Weather Center brought to you by Nestle Carnation. Thanks for tuning in. This hour we're looking at two systems. One's a bit of a wimpy system. We may see some accumulation, but it's awfully wet in the northeast with that system, Jim. And then another one, we're seeing a lot of snow, and the ski resort area is probably just ecstatic because of all the new snow out to the west. I'm Lisa Moser. Thanks for tuning in.
And I'm Jim Cantore. This edition of Weather Center sponsored by Nestle Carnation. I want to tell you...
I said that already, but okay.
Oh, I'm sorry. Anyway, listen to this. 90 inches of snow from January 16th to the 25th at the Sugar Bowl ski area. That's Donner Summit. I mean, in California.
That's really good news. Anywhere else that would not be good news, but that's really good news.
Oh, it's been a great week in the West. All right, let's go ahead and talk about what's happening. Let's go ahead and talk about what's happening as we look at the water vapor imagery. Thank you, Lisa. I would know. I was out at Steamboat Springs at the Weather Summit, and 52 inches new this week. It was just fantastic. Unfortunately, you know, the same energy that produced all that severe weather popped down into the plains and really caused an incredible outbreak of tornadoes, one that obviously will not be forgotten in quite some time. So that kind of puts you back in the right mood. Here's our low pressure off the California coast. Now this is the same water vapor imagery. We just took away all those pretty colors that you saw. And you can see the darker colors denoting where we have the dry air in the high and mid levels. And also our next system. And this is going to come on through and kick this first one on out. This is infrared satellite imagery. A lot of that deep moisture from the Pacific has come all the way up into Colorado and across Kansas and Texas. But that's it. It's just high mid-level moisture, period. And there's no precipitation associated with it whatsoever. Mainly maybe the highest elevations getting a little bit of snowflake activity, but that's it. Here's the upper low getting kicked on shore now, and as it continues to close in, you will notice precipitation echoes showing up on the radar. That's right there south of Los Angeles, and we'll kind of close in on this area for you, where you can see some rain. Maybe this afternoon and tonight some more rumbles of thunder, but so far it's been pretty quiet. And this cell here, having a special marine warning out for it earlier on, continues to move east of Catalina Island now off toward Newport Beach. But it at times looked from a radar perspective that it did have a water spout, and it may very well get back to that way. It looks like it's kind of out on its own there, so keep an eye on that cell there. Up north of Bakersfield in the hills, still snowing there. And even off to the east, many of the mountain locations down to 3,500 feet in Southern California. Even the mountains around Death Valley getting a little bit of snow as we speak. Be careful driving there. Obviously, it's something you're not used to. High pressure over the Great Basin. This morning, this high was displaced a little farther west, and with clear skies and radiational cooling in Portland, we take you to the Portland video. Let's go ahead and look into the Willamette River Valley here, and you can see as you look actually from the river back into Portland, visibility at times down to 3/4 of a mile. That did cause some problems for commuters. Now the fog is lifted, and we do think tonight the clouds will move on in, and the precipitation will as well, even though it's not going to be tremendously heavy in Portland. It may be heavier in the mountains. We will have a much less chance of getting fog because we will have the cloud cover and the rain moving in. Other than that, it's all high pressure. It's pretty cool over the Intermountain region. 34 at Salt Lake, 27 Boise, 33 Rapid City, 33 in Denver, 71 at Phoenix. Just a beautiful afternoon there. But you contrast that with the 49 that we have in Los Angeles, and you know how potent this system is. But watch out tonight in Phoenix as that energy comes on in. There's still some low-level moisture here. We may get some thunderstorms that produce some hail and wind even into the Phoenix area, but we think that'll be after the sun goes down. Temperatures to start off with this morning, above normal already, so it's just gotten warmer during the day today. Same thing's true for the Northeast, but these above normal temperatures have led to a little bit of snow, which Lisa's going to tell us about. Lisa?
Thanks, Jim. Put up those ski shoes and take out the golf shoes, Jim. Today, high pressure dominates the region. We are just looking at oodles of sunshine and nice temperatures, but conditions are completely different to the north. Again, today, we're looking at a few problems. It started early in Detroit in the suburb of Madison Heights as we did clear snow from the sidewalks and the driveways. Some of us received up to 6 inches of the white stuff, and before the wintry precipitation ends, we could see maybe a little break in the cloud cover. Yeah. Let's take a look out towards Buffalo, New York. Light snow began falling this morning around 7 a.m. Now, the pace was very slow along many of the highways and byways as we made our way back to work and to school. Some of us probably just didn't want to go, but we can expect a few more flurries later today and expect the high temperatures in the low 30s. So we are talking about very wet snow, not only for Buffalo, but also looking at Albany at this hour. We've even seen some snow around Newark, New Jersey, but a lot of that has changed over to rain. Hey, it's mid-afternoon here in the east, and temperatures have gotten a little bit warm, a little too warm for snow. And it does look like we will see more and more of the rain change over to snow. This isn't a real big snowmaker, but in the hill country, say around 1,000 feet up, we're likely to see some accumulation. But keep in mind that the low-lying areas have had so much rain, some 3 inches just yesterday alone in many areas across Pennsylvania and New York. So the ground is very warm and also very wet, so a lot of the snow falling is melting. Taking a look at the satellite with the radar combined, you get an idea of where it is going to be a very cloudy day, even without the precipitation. Right now, we've got total cloud cover across Massachusetts, very cloudy day, even in the Adirondacks of New York, all the way back over towards Erie, Pennsylvania. Still very, very cloudy. Look up under the cloud cover. The snow, not that impressive. Certainly it's cleared out and farther to the east from Buffalo. And do keep in mind that we may see a little more flooding, and of course this snow isn't going to add to that flood problem too much, but the streams and the creeks and the rivers, they have not crested yet, and so we are still experiencing some problems, especially in Erie County and also the Syracuse, New York area. We're still having some flood problems, but today's precipitation will not aggravate that. It just won't help it any. Looking at some rain and mix of rain and snow in and around the Philadelphia area. Temperatures really warm here, 40 degrees right now in Philadelphia, New York 34, Boston at 39, and the temperatures will continue to warm up, and so we'll look for more of the rain than per se the snow. Looking at Rochester right now, 29 degrees. The snow has ended there. In Chicago, some sunshine, 28 degrees. It's cold out there, and we've got new snow on the ground. That's going to stay in place today. Not a lot of melting going on here around Minneapolis, where it's currently 11 degrees. High pressure, our winds aren't too much of a problem. They may make the temperatures feel about 5, maybe 10 degrees colder than the actual air temperature. Our frontal boundary adjacent to our low across the northeast is going to switch our winds a bit, but that's about it. You really won't notice very much with this frontal boundary as it pushes to the southeast. We're not even seeing very much in the way of cloud cover. The cloud cover that is coming in across the panhandle of Texas and Oklahoma is actually associated with some Pacific moisture because of our jet stream coming in across Southern California. Taking a look at the temperatures, a real nice day yesterday in San Angelo. We had high temperatures that were record breakers. Well, today we could see a little of that a reoccurrence across Texas. Right now in Houston, 75 degrees, and looking at Atlanta already 65 after a pretty cool night overnight last night. It took a little while, but the temperatures are really shooting up in those 70s at this hour. Now, overnight tonight, we will continue to watch the southwest. We have yet another system, as Jim already indicated, coming in, and this is going to give us a bit of a break from the next one, help boot it out, and then it takes over. So we are going to see more rain, more mountain snow across Southern California of all places. So be ready for some winter-like weather in many areas of Southern California.
Reducing the appearance